We're gonna go back to our basics of what we was running in 17 and a little bit of mix with what we had in 18, and we're gonna go from there and see how our crate car does Friday night. And like I said, we'll have the supercar with us, so we're not sure on our Saturday plans. But I know Sunday we'll be at Gaffney with the supercar. So
That's
we'll
got to
just
be
see what
special,
Saturday
though.
holds.
That's got to be special, though, to see the type of prize money that's up for grabs, not only for the World Challenge, a race you've won before, contending in the World Championship, but for running earlier in the season for $7,000 to win, $3,000 to win, some big purse races coming up for Fast Track, and that's got to be awesome for pro late model racing.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Back when it wasn't long ago when I started back in 2015 in the 604s, and just seeing the money that's up for grabs nowadays. Back then you really didn't see that very often in mid-season. Most of the big races was towards the end, and everybody was already kind of winding down. So, rather than mid-season, you've got fresh body on your car and everything's up to par, rather than going into a big race at the end of the season where your stuff might be wore out and you got stuff that might be bent that you don't know about that you don't find till the off season. So big money races mid-season like this is definitely a cool deal. And, it makes you put it in perspective how well crate racing is doing. And, it's alive. You don't see many races like this, like I said, in the mid-season. So to have 7,000 up for grabs in a crate race here in the middle of the summer, that's just not very frequent do you see that. So it's awesome, and I got to thank Fast Track for doing that.
Yeah, Benji, it's something we're working on hard to do is bring more legitimacy to it and more attention to it. And, through our partnership with Speed 51 and everything and how big do you think it is to have the Pro Late Models featured as a 2-hour special on MAV TV this year?
Oh, that's awesome. It gives the crate guys, they thrive for a little bit of that. They want to be seen on TV, and they want to be doing the interviews like this and that, and all the stuff that you see the super guys doing on a weekly basis. Now that it's trickling down to the crate guys, it's awesome. It makes the crate guys work even harder, so that they have the opportunity to do stuff like this. So they have the opportunity to, be in contentions to win a big race like this. So. Yeah. I think it's definitely awesome, and to be on Speed 51 like that, it's even cooler. So, people that can't make the drive to go see the race live, they can still watch it live, and be a part of it.
And by the way, the 9th annual Little General Store UBB Memorial, in addition to I-77 Speedway, nothing compares to being live, obviously. But if you can't, we do have pay-per-view coverage, part of Summer Thunder TV, presented by PFC Brakes on Speed51.com. Be a subscriber, $9.99 a month, $79.99 a year, and it gets you almost 100-plus races, over 70 races, a part of the Summer Thunder TV package. And like we talked about in a lunch meeting with Bob Dillon yesterday, DJ Irvine, there is a lot of big things happening, and we are the only pro late model sanctioning body in the country, Fast Track is for that matter, that gets this type of media exposure.
It is, and that's big for our brand of racing.
Yes.
Even, and I think that extends down, like Benji was talking about, to the drivers. It gets them more attention, makes them want to work hard, makes them want to get to victory lane so they can thank their sponsors, thank their family, thank their fans more on a national stage.
That's right.
And that's something that the 604 class needs to continue to grow. And I think, we're seeing there's less and less supercars out there. That's just a fact.
Yeah.
There's less of them out there than there's ever been. And you're getting more 604 drivers.
Talk about just how the season's been for you, Benji. Obviously, when I saw you at March Madness, which was actually a race that was on MAV TV, you were slip sliding away and flipping over concrete walls at Cherokee, and you've been having an up and down roller coaster year in this season. Talk about what it's been in the Super program.
Yeah, we've definitely slowed down a lot. I believe earlier with DJ there, we talked about, normally about this time of the season, we're around the 40 mark on how many races we've entered, and close to double digits on our victories. But this year we've only ran maybe, I think 10 or 11, maybe even 12 races. I'm not sure. Not very many. We've got one victory under our belts, but that was a crate win. But we've slowed down a lot, spending time outside of racing. Just, Dad's gone back carp fishing, and my crew, Brian, he's gone back carp fishing. So they're doing that during the week. We piddle on the race cars every now and then, and just I'm spending time with my fiance and my little girl, and the whole family's doing something other than racing for a little while. Not that anything's wrong with racing, just taking a little bit of time off, trying to recuperate from everything that we've done. And people don't realize how much work it takes to get these cars ready. And having a 1-year-old, it's tough. We worked probably 40, 50 hours a week just on the race cars. So we've definitely had an up and down year, but it's been slow. We've had good finishes. We've had very bad finishes, such as March Madness when we ended up on our lid. But all in all, it's been a fun year so far. We're looking forward to getting back into it after going into this weekend tomorrow night at I-77 and seeing how things pan out, and we'll just go from there and see how many more races we run this year.
Yeah, absolutely. And, of course, a lot of great things coming for the driver of Benji Hicks. And you even said it yourself, man. You're a family man. You got that beautiful baby. I think one of the coolest interviews we did, DJ, was last year at the World Championship, and me and Benji and his fiancée, Ashlyn, and the daughter and the babies being there. That was just such a special interview because it just showed Fast Track is family. Fast Track is children. Fast Track is love and life, and it's not just the racing side of things. And I think that's a special interview you did for sure, Benji Hicks. Definitely. We're going to wrap things up here in a few more minutes with the driver, of course, of the number 55 entry Longhorn of Diesel, Benji Hicks, and then we'll get on out of here. We've got a lot of stuff going on. We got meetings coming up. Benji, what is your plans for the rest of the year? Are we going to see you try to make the attempt for the $50,000 to win World Championship in September?
So far, that's the plan. Spoke with DJ earlier. We're maybe planning on fielding 2 cars. Might even bring the Gambler back out of retirement, or we might find a hot shoe that's off that weekend.
Wow.
So you can't ever tell.
Hey, we talked to somebody earlier.
We're gonna be there for sure. So.
Hey, we spoke to somebody earlier looking for a ride. Somebody you might know. I don't know if you do, but West Virginia's Thrill Daniel Hill. He's one hell of a wheelman in a pro late model car. He's got some success in pro late model racing.
Well, we'll just have to see how things pan out.
But I want to see Tony in the car. That's the end of the day right there. I want Tony in that car.
You want to see Tony Hicks?
Oh, yeah, Tony Hicks in the car.
Definitely. Well, Benji, thanks for being on Finish Line, buddy. I promise you 10 minutes. We went about a minute over. Get back to work. We'll see you tomorrow, my friend.
All right, buddy. I appreciate it.
Going for 3 wins in a row in the prestigious 9th Annual Little General Store UBB Memorial Race tomorrow night at I-77 Speedway. Still up in the air about the Great American Crate Race. I hope he comes for 7 large. I think he'll like Tyler County. He's raced there before.
We know him. He'll be there.
You think so? Yeah? DJ, what'd you think of being the man behind the co-host seat in the broadcast booth today?
Hey, had a lot of fun. Really appreciate you
running
letting
back
me
and
do
forth,
it.
back and forth.
Multiple hats.
That's right.
Okay.
Definitely.
No problem there.
It was a fun time, though, for sure. And by the way, remember, we will have coverage for you of the 9th Annual Little General Store UBB Memorial live. If you can't be there, Speed 51 Network, part of Summer Thunder TV, presented by PFC Brakes, will have it all covered. Thank you to all of our guests being on Finish Line, including Daniel Hill, the natural Bryson Harper. Happy birthday to you, buddy. The Mad Dog Mark Newton and Benji Hicks, along with Keith Boland, talking about the UBB Memorial, the Great American Crate Race. For everybody, for executive producer Trace Knight and everybody at Fox Sports Radio, Community Radio Network, for DJ Irvine, I'm Wesley Outland. Remember, as always, in the road to life, whether it's dirt, asphalt, drag racing, karting, whatever, there is always a finish line. Make it a great one. Have a great weekend. Get out to the races. Support Grassroots Motorsports. Keep it alive. And we thank you for joining us. We'll be back on our regular airtime next Wednesday. From Beckley, West Virginia, God bless, and thanks for tuning in to Finish Line.
This is Kate Dillon from CrateInsider.com and host of the Racing Insiders podcast. You are listening to my awesome friend Wesley Spider Monkey Outland. Now back to Finish Line. episode of Finish Line is an exclusive production solely for the private, non-commercial use of our listening audience. Any publication, reproduction, transmission of the accounts without the express written consent or permission is restricted and prohibited. To hear this replay or other previous podcasts, download on iHeartRadio, iTunes Radio, and TuneIn. As always, this show is for you. Thank you for listening and being a fan of motorsports.
This is Finish Line.